I had said, okay, here's just the simple math. I need to make this kind of money. And here's the things that I like to do. And here's some jobs that can help me do some of these things. But at that time, I was really focused on, I was like an artist, a starving artist. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to follow my passion. And I've heard there's a lot of material online that talks about how you should know what your passions are, but more important is to bring your passion. And really just this general advice of following your passion isn't always the best advice. So yeah, I can definitely attest to that. Because, financially speaking, it really did not do me any favors just to keep following my passion. But what I wanted to do was to go back to Latin America, work with these small businesses, really work with, in a way, it's working in this finance space where, there's this gentleman, Muhammad Yunus from Bangladesh. He had really pioneered this concept of banking for the poor, giving small loans to very small and impoverished small business owners who have their small businesses, or sometimes they're called micro businesses. And he was really the first one to say, hey, let's just trust them. Let's just give them small loans. And other traditional banking did not really give these people a chance. So they did not want to really include them in their business model, but he did. So he just gave micro loans to these micro enterprises, and lo and behold, they were starting to pay back their loans. So for me, I was just thinking, wow, this is really amazing. This is really incredible. To me, it's just, when you grow up, you have to go into business. That was just, my mindset from day one. My dad was in sales, and so he was very successful in sales and has had a great business career with his own ups and downs, of course. But to me, it's really, when you grow up and get a career, it's just business. And for me, that really mostly meant you have to go into sales, unless I have this dream route. And to me, I saw microfinance as just this big, wonderful, cool dream world, this chance where you can do business, but do good while you're doing business. Help out the world. And so that's what really drew me to these internship opportunities that were offered at my school, offered at my undergraduate university, also offered at my graduate institution, where you go down and you work with people that are microfinance clients. They're getting small loans and they are not really receiving any kind of education. So then people have tried to fill in that little niche there, saying, hey, education is important too. So that's where I was focused on. My passion was, I want to work with these small businesses, work in Latin America. And really, there are not really these big career opportunities in what I was looking to do. And I was still blessed enough to find an opportunity, again, is through my dad's neighbor who knew a guy who was hiring for someone in Peru. And just luck would have it, I went down there and had an excellent time. So again, this is after several years of working in sales and having a baby and having lots of financial struggles, and also the struggle of really maintaining good sales flows. I was not really loving what I was doing. And so financially, I was struggling, just internally, emotionally, was definitely struggling. So I certainly did not feel like I was prospering at that point. But I had my lucky break, and I was so excited to go down to Peru. And that was just a wonderful opportunity. I mean, at that time on Facebook, all I'm doing is posting this is my dream job, I'll live my dreams, yeah. And sadly, as much as I was so thrilled about that and excited about it, it was a dream that did not last super long. So 6 months later, I was laid off, and I had to reinvent myself. So again, I just went through years of struggle in sales, and I got this cool break, but still wasn't resolving my bigger, larger financial issues of, how am I still going to pay off this loan? Sure, I'm doing something that I enjoy doing, but how am I going to pay off my loan? And, I finally was starting to say, I need a career and I need an actual vision. I need to start thinking long-term here. What can I do? And so at that point, I just thought, well, PhD, I want to continue my education, and that can be an opportunity to kind of reset my career. That's, again, I really respect people that launch straight into something, or they fight hard to try new things, and they don't go into don't spend lots of time getting degrees, and especially lots of money or student debt to get degrees. But for me, and really when I look back now, I loved education. And this is kind of what led me down that path of saying, let's get a PhD. I do love education, and then this career in education is definitely appealing to me. It didn't have to be the only way to go, but for me, I really found that as my path to take. So